So this is a video guide that was asked by a user to understand better the various types of 3D models that are out there and which software we can use. So hopefully I'm going to give a tour and a panoramic view of everything we have so far, or what I have found so far in terms of 3D models categories. Now, all over the web, you can find websites like Sketchfab, which is the one that I prefer, which contains a lot of 3D modeling, um, objects, 3D models, and it also gives you the possibility to see the structure. So it's really important and useful to understand your model before you download it. So it's really easy in Sketchfab to find and download 3D model, and also to get information like the format also is really important. And usually you have these 3 by default, which are like automatically converted, and also you have an inspector here which shows you like different ways you can see the model, like materials and textures. And if you go down, if you scroll down, you can also find the wireframe mode, which is really useful to understand the structure. And you can see this one contains a lot of triangles, which are not really handy and useful when you need to like edit this model, or you want to change something, etc., etc. And usually this is done by like automatic conversion from like a source model, and then when you export it changes into something like this. So this is also called a mesh when it has like triangles or um, polygons. So let me just show you here. I just searched for types of 3D model on Google, or I use Brave actually, and sometimes these are a little bit confusing results, but I'm trying to make something really clear. So first of all, polygonal modeling. Now, polygonal modeling is probably like 90% of the models out there, and it's based on triangles or four-sided faces or five-sided faces. This is also called a mesh. When an object contains faces like this, it's called a mesh or a polygonal object. And a mesh could be nice and clean and neat like this. A structure of a object could be like this, or it could be more like randomic, or a little bit more, let's say, non-organized. And well, this is harder to manage and to use. As I said before, you can see the triangles here. Well, it's not good when you need to change like the overall structure, the overall shape of a model. You want a structure that is nice and clean and neat, and not like a spider web of points and faces that it's really hard to handle. So, well, this one here could be, an example of a car made with simply like a cartoonish car. And the software for these are Blender, Maya, 3D Studio Max, and Cinema 4D. These are the most popular like polygonal modeling tools that can create nice and clean structure of 3D model that then you can use or reuse for many purposes. Now, the other big one is the Nurbs models, or the Nurbs model structure, or Nurbs modeling. And the most popular software for this is Rhino, or Rhinoceros. And you can find also a little bit of Nurbs modeling in the other software, but Rhino is just specific for that, and everything is based on that. And it's based on Nurbs curves and Nurbs surfaces that then eventually become Nurbs solids. But in the moment, and you can see here, like this is a comparison between Nurbs surfaces and subdivision surface, but because also in Rhino we have sub-D, which are a way of creating like mesh and smoothed objects. But you can see the difference. So here we can see the faces of the object. In the Nurbs surfaces, we don't see them because it's kind of a approximation or like simplification of the structure. But in the end, when we need to export, or if we want to print in 3D, or anything we want to do with this model created in Rhino, we need to convert it. And that's going to convert it into polygons and meshes, etc., etc. And the same goes for other types of modeling, which could be procedural or parametric. This is another way, a big one that is like from software like Grasshopper, which is actually an add-on for Rhino, or similar. Like also Blender has like geometry nodes, and although also other software, they have this other type of modeling, which is based on creating an algorithm and creating like values and parameters. So everything runs on, numbers, and then this will generate a 3D model. So it's also called like generative design or parametric design, etc., etc. But in the end, also in that case, you need to export, you need to convert that into a mesh, and hopefully you will not get something like this, which is like with triangles and it's really hard to manage, again, as I was saying before. But many times when you convert from another 3D software, you get that problem, or let's say type of 3D model. And another one that you can find is like organic or really detailed 3D models of characters and plants or organic things. So usually characters. So when you have like the little wrinkles and the little details, so really realistic models, they always start from polygonal modeling, and then they develop by increasing the number of subdivision into something more and more realistic and defined, and also less handy and a little bit more difficult to handle, a little bit more difficult to edit, unless you have a sculpting program like ZBrush or also Blender. Blender can do that. And then there are like a lot of others 3D modeling tools out there. I cannot like tell you each one of them, but essentially they have their own tools, their own modifiers, they own editing tools, and they create something that eventually needs to be converted into something which is polygonal or contains faces or mesh. So it depends on that software what it creates. But in the end, we always come back here. So we can say the polygonal model is like the base model in this world. Now, another option or another really popular model, you can find also a lot of them in Sketchfab, is the the photogrammetric model. So it's made with photogrammetry, which is a technique that, and you can see here again, we can see the formats, and it's the format are always like the same, more or less. We have STL, FBX, etc., etc. The types of structure, they can vary. As I said, the software, you have a lot of software to do, the different types of modeling. Now, this is not actually modeling. This is more like scanning and generating a 3D model out of this like scanning process that will recognize the 3D object in the real world and is going to replicate it using vertices or points, like cloud points of point clouds and vertex clouds. And this is called photogrammetry. And sometimes they use a scanner, sometimes it's just picture taken from different angles around an existing object, which could be a big house or also a really tiny object. So you take a series of pictures, and those will help you to generate automatically. You don't need to model anything here. You just need to maybe fix things here and there, and you will get the 3D model. So that's not actually 3D modeling, but you can find a lot of 3D models made of this out of this technique. And again, we have a lot of triangles, a lot of tiny little vertices and triangles that are really hard to handle, to modify, to edit if you're gonna switch then. Like if you bring this in Rhinoceros or FreeCAD or Fusion or whatever, it's gonna be really hard to do some modification on the overall shape. You need to use sculpting like ZBrush or Blender, and you can change something in terms of sculpting. So I think I finished, to do this panoramic of the various types of structure of 3D models. If you enjoyed the guide, subscribe to stay updated for more video guides. Also join the channel if you want to support us, and check our other video courses and video guides on all these software, all these techniques. Just search in the search bar if you're looking for something specific. See you in the next.